This is really the moment where you want the Hittites to show some aggression and elan.
The team have sent in their chariots for an advance attack. The first engagement of the new Battle of Qadesh is about to begin.
This is a fantastic sight. Oh, they're all running away. Whoa! Keep going, keep going, keep going. Have another go.
The attack hits the Egyptians where it hurts. Their infantry take heavy casualties.
They've used the chariots aggressively and they've had an immediate dividend. They've crashed into those leading Egyptian columns of march and started scattering the troops. That'll be good, but they then need to reinforce that success and really get cracking in breaking the whole Egyptian army.
But that's not what the team are planning.
Right, okay, how about turning back fairly soon, James?
Okay.
Turn, James.
Yeah. Okay.
Turn, bring her back. Okay, back over the river.
Okay.
And watch out to your right. Watch to your right. You've got to get out quickly.
Yeah.
We've gone too far.
Right,
really go.
They're coming back now.
Charging back.
They are trying to lure the Egyptians across the ford.
Are we going to make it?
Yeah, we're going to make it. Do you want us to re-attack? We're being attacked.
Actually, they're coming towards you. Right, you can come across.
Okay.
Let's
back across the river.
The Egyptians are sending their chariots after the retreating Hittites. It looks like the team's plan is working. But will the Egyptians continue to play ball?
Don't tell me they're going to stop. That would be awful. It's actually,
it looks like they have. They've stopped.
That's a dirty trick. They're not supposed to do that.
I just heard Peter saying, they've stopped, what a dirty trick. But that's the whole essence of it, warfare. You can't expect the other guy to cooperate.
No, that's right. That's the interactive principle of war.
They're beginning to break ranks and beginning to come down.
No, they're just forming up again over here.
The team have underestimated Ramesses. Instead of falling for their bait, he uses the time to withdraw his chariots and prepare his army for a pitched battle.
The Egyptian army's got out of their column of march and into battle line. They're much harder to just smack on the head of the column and drive into disorder.
After the failure of their initial strategy, with their chariots in full retreat across the river, and a second Egyptian army possibly on the way, the team must quickly devise an aggressive second plan.
We are going to have to go.
What are we going to do? Are we going to cross now?
I think we're going to have to cross to them.
Are we going to send in these guys?
James and Vicky, obviously that didn't work very well.
It was good. It was really good.
Can you move your chariots to the left flank, their side of the river?
Are you sure? I thought we just agreed that we weren't going to do that.
Well, because we just sent our chariots across and they're not coming across the river after.
They haven't fallen for it, unfortunately. So we got to go across.
Yes.
The team decide to pile back across the river, this time with all their units in support. But they'll be fighting a very different campaign. They've lost the element of surprise, and the Egyptians are now ready for a pitched battle.
Now what's happening is that the Egyptian army is getting itself organised, deploying into battle lines, and now, of course, there'll be a much tougher nut to crack.
Now, instead of having to fight two small Egyptian armies, one by one, the team have got to fight one bigger Egyptian army.
You need to move the infantry forward at the same time, because otherwise the chariots are going to get minced.
All right, now the team is going to cross. Problem is, it might be too late.
The team's chariots head back to enemy territory for a second time. But this time, massed ranks of Hittite infantry will follow them across.
It sounds like the team is doing what they should have done to begin with. Screen, cross, and fight the Egyptians.
Just watch what's going on, because they're coming down.
We don't want to hold up the troops in position for too long, because they've got archers.
Move off to the left.
One of the dangers from the Hittite point of view is that these patches of vegetation become almost walls to their movement, that they channel their forces in the gap between them. And that's really helpful to the Egyptians. If they just are prepared to drive through and move through those areas of vegetation, they've got a much better chance of turning a flank.
Okay, we're okay at the moment.
You need to move the infantry forward as quickly as possible.
You're not going to
Hang on, they're getting isolated. Get these guys in. Send the infantry in quickly.
This aggressive new strategy is smart, but are the team too late? The Egyptian chariots are now prepared for the attack, and they seize the initiative.
I think we're heading now for quite a contest of chariotry, aren't we? The Egyptian chariots are coming out to meet the Hittites.
Right, we've got an attack going on.
The Egyptian chariots smash their way through a hastily assembled Hittite line. But the Hittites hold their own and send some of the enemy running for cover. Through luck more than judgment, the team have held off the second engagement of Qadesh and given Ramesses food for thought.
We see, in fact, the Egyptian chariots seem to have been broken by that close quarter fight. The Hittite superiority in chariotry told in the end, and a lot of the Egyptian chariots are withdrawing now.
You want to engage their army after our army has got into a position to attack.
In relation to my chariots, where are my infantry going to go?
Behind him, going across the ford.
Where?
It seems that Vicky can't execute her orders without constant support from her teacher, Peter. Her units have yet to cross the river. This leaves James's infantry unsupported on the Egyptian side, and the team's army dangerously split in two.
Are we going to see some attacking? Because it concerned me that you've got to cross the river and they went sightseeing.
Yeah, if you've got your army advancing towards them on the plain, at the same time, the idea is that your chariots will be able to go into their flank.
Okay.
They may fire a few arrows, but hopefully our infantry will get across in time to see them off with their spears and continue on into their army.
Well, I hope so too.
I do too.
That's the first sensible thing I've heard all day. The team has changed their plan. They've gone back to their original plan, used their chariots to screen an infantry crossing and aggressively go for Pharaoh's army.
We've got to get these guys across. We've got to get these guys across. There's a couple of units back here which we haven't used.
As the team scramble to get their remaining infantry across the river, Sam makes an alarming discovery.
What the? Oh no.
A second Egyptian army has appeared on the team's satellite view, and it's coming up behind them.
This is the other army. Right, we've got to get cracking because the other two armies are coming. We've got to win soon.
Now that the team have spotted the Narin, these guys have turned up at a critical point in the battle.
Can you move the main screen back to our side of the army, to this corner, so we can have a look at exactly what's just arrived?
There they are. There they are.
The glint of armor on the horizon out there.
Spears catching the sunlight.
And they're uncomfortably close to the Hittite army. The team must attack with all they've got right away before that new bunch of Egyptians can get them.
Right, that's bad news.
Of course it is.
But before the team can coordinate their forces to meet this new threat, a unit of Egyptian chariots makes its move on the Hittites' left flank. As they thunder towards her men, Vicky finally seizes the initiative and gets stuck in. The generals have no idea what's happened.
You are supposed to be on their flank, not engaging them.
I'm not there. That's Vicky.
Vicky, do not
come back.
Can you
Can we come back?
You're so aggressive, Vicky.
Well, I got really confused.
Having seen off the Egyptian chariots, Vicky recalls her units, and at last, the team's infantry prepare to attack. But with another Egyptian army approaching from their rear, the team must strike a heavy blow.